Talk about some of your key findings that you found from customers that have been on our site and then indirectly came to Groove's website.
Absolutely. So the high level for the segment of allcars.com shoppers that then came to Groove Auto websites later, they viewed 71% more inventory. They performed 71% more inventory searches. Right. So SRP views is what this would translate to. They were 85% more likely to complete a form lead or a lead submission on the website, and they viewed 62% more VDPs after arriving on our site, having had cars.com in their browsing history. In the study, once it was completed, between both direct and indirect traffic, 22.7% of all traffic that had arrived on a Groove dealership had cars.com in its browsing history, and over 25% of our SEO traffic also had cars.com in the browsing history. And I want to touch on the SEO piece because I think it again speaks to building brand and how a consumer can arrive at a search engine and recognize you, or rather arrive at your dealership thanks to those branding tools and putting that message in multiple places.
Okay, we kind of call it the branding taxi or the Google taxi or whatever it is, because it is a vehicle.
Yes.
And they interact with that brand in different parts of that path to purchase.
Absolutely.
And I think the study brought that out, really, really well. And Gabe, let's talk a little bit about the study when it involved your inventory and how consumers coming from independent research sites kind of actually played with your inventory, as it would be, interacted with it. So talk a little bit about what you saw there.
Absolutely. So in the study, examining specifically the visitors who interacted with inventory that we had on cars.com and then returned or came to a Groove site, that segment of visitors then conducted 50% more inventory searches, 72% more VDP views, and they were 50% less likely to bounce. And so that, again, it speaks to how that inventory interaction, inventory mixed with, is tied with brand. As it comes back to the site, that traffic is qualified and engaged with the site because it has interacted with you in an independent research site.
And again, those aren't small numbers. When you're talking about 50% less bounce rate, that's a huge number. I think as an industry, we're so concerned about what's not working versus what is working.
And what was impressive about that bounce rate was for the segment that viewed reviews and special offers in the DPPs, their bounce rate was 9%.
9%.
9%.
Wow. So this really tells a story about branding, having the right inventory, and having the right inventory in the right place where consumers shop, i.e. cars.com, an independent research site. 9%. That really bodes to the quality. If you have your merchandising, your branding messages are right, your reviews are good, you have special offers, that you're really giving yourself a leg up over your competitor.
Absolutely.
If they're at 60, 70% bounce rate, which is kind of the national average that people are bouncing off things, that's a huge difference.
Absolutely. The traffic was engaged.
So, Gabe, we talked a lot about branding, and I think it's important to kind of drill it down a little bit more and talk about when you look at how the study looked at branding on cars.com, and then the statistics about how you saw these consumers engaging in your inventory. No different than like engaging with reviews, special offers. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so in the study, looking at the visitors that had interacted with reviews, our dealer profile page, special offers, and elements of branding, right? Branding tools on a marketplace research site like cars.com, this study showed that those visitors conducted 3.3 times more inventory searches and 2.6 times more VDP views than the segment who had not interacted with our brand. And so that to us speaks to the importance of having a brand, exposing that brand in multiple places to the consumer, because again, they're all over the place. So right. I think this statistic reinforces the importance of that.